Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Ben Olson. That's Nathan Fox. We're the founders of LSATDemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We have an email here from Kenzie.
Kenzie says, I'm hoping to get your perspective on getting into one school, specifically BYU. I own a home in Utah, have children, and cannot relocate for about 10 years because of this. There are only 2 law schools in my state, and based on where I live, BYU is the closest to me. BYU also seems to have stronger placement in the areas of law I would like to pursue. I understand the basics, get the best GPA and LSAT I can. However, I want to know how I can tactfully say, please let me into your school and grant me a scholarship because single mom things, and there are no other feasible options for me here. Wow.
Well, you don't want to say that. And
no, that would be the exact wrong thing to say, because they're going to look at that and go, oh, captive audience, we would love to admit you and you can just borrow the money.
Yeah.
They'll immediately start talking to you about how easy it is to borrow the money. That's what they'll do.
So Kenzie, sorry, before we go on with this email, you said, I understand the basics, get the best GPA and LSAT score I can. I don't think you actually understand the basics, because that is how you say, give me
a scholarship.
You don't say it with words. You say it with those 2 numbers.
They do not give scholarships based on pity.
Yeah.
That's not why they give scholarships. They give scholarships to raise the prestige of their school. And the way they raise the prestige of their school is not by admitting single moms or giving single moms scholarships. Not that there's anything wrong with single moms. Single moms with high LSAT, they love you.
Mm-hmm.
Single mom with low LSAT, you're a low LSAT. They just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So you saying this, I mean, you don't want to say that tactfully or untactfully, or you just don't want to say that, period.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be saying, please let me into your school, by the way.
Yeah.
You want to be showing up with an LSAT and GPA that are obviously scholarship candidates at that school. By the way, have we looked at BYU? I do want to check out. I know they've come up in the past.
Yeah. So go to LSATDemon.com/scholarships. You can just search for BYU. It's pretty
28th in the country.
Yeah, pretty high up there in the rankings.
Full rides. Oh my God. Possible stipends to 31% of the class plus 19% full tuition scholarship. That has to be LDS related.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not to say that LSAT and GPA don't play a role. They obviously do. And that's why BYU has gone up in the rankings over the years. I don't know what they were before, but they've definitely climbed. And currently their median LSAT is a 168 and their GPA is a 3.94.
Damn. Okay.
So they are seeking out people with those numbers. So again, how do you get into this school and get the best offers that they can give you? Well, 1, it would help to be LDS, but 2, to get those numbers right there if you can. What's your GPA right now? Are you working on it? Or if it's done, then you have to focus totally on your LSAT.
Would it help or is it required?
It's not required, but it would help.
To be a member of the church?
Nope, you don't have to be. Yeah.
Okay. Do we know how many people are at the school that are not members of the church?
I don't know, but I have looked at one point, and I think it's something like 2%, 2 or 3. It's really small.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, but probably most people who are thinking about BYU already know that.
Yep.
All right. So should we read more of Kenzie's email?
Yeah.
Kenzie says, would it be helpful to have some professional eyes on my application given my narrowly focused goal? I'm linking their scholarships and tuition page below for reference. I'm not sure we need to look at that. Thank you for your help. Your podcast has been invaluable to my success in navigating my way into a new career. Kenzie. And then Erik provides a fun fact. Producer Erik provides a fun fact that says, as far as I can tell, BYU is second only to Yale in its enrollment rate from offers of admission, which is 68%. So most people who get into Yale actually go to Yale. And that's not true at most law schools. Most law schools, I mean, except for the schools outside the very, very top, actually have a reject rate of like way more than half of the people that they admit look at their offer and go, nah, I got better offers.
Yeah.
But that apparently doesn't happen at Yale because there are no better schools. It also doesn't happen at BYU because you're LDS, you live in Utah, you're locked into BYU. So you're going to go to BYU.
I think there's two big factors. One, if you're applying to BYU, you're almost certainly LDS and you know what you're looking for. And two, BYU is cheap.
Oh, and that's because of a huge subsidy from the church.
Yeah, it's tuition. Its nominal tuition is already low. You add this subsidy from the church, you add scholarships they're adding on top of that.
Yeah.
How are you going to say no to an offer that's a few $1,000s a year? Or for some of these people getting stipends?
Well, yeah, because for 2024, 2025, the non-LDS tuition per year is $31,000. Which, that's probably a lot for Utah. But it's not a lot for like United States law schools, especially United States law schools that are in the top 30.
Yeah. 70,000.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
80,000.
Yeah.
Like it's not long before we're going to start seeing $100,000 tuitions in law schools, which is wild. But no, I mean, they're going to soak, like if you're not a member of the church, you are going to get soaked for their maximum 31,000. For LDS members, they're charging 15,500 per year. So it's a 50% discount. Exactly, 50% discount for members of the church. And then scholarships on top of that.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell Kinsey? Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Well, if you're still in school, which it sounds like you're not, but if you are, bring your GPA up as high as you possibly can. 3.94 is a very high GPA on their part. And assuming you're not, then you just have to work on your LSAT score. And you're ideally, I mean, you just have to get it above a 168, right? A 168 or higher.
Yeah, I mean, they are giving full tuition scholarships or more to, whoops, I lost my page. Hold on a second. Where are we?
50% of the class.
50% of the class.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so they are aggressively trying to raise the prestige of their school by recruiting high LSAT, high GPA with scholarship money. They do not do that by recruiting, by giving single moms scholarship money. They do that by giving high LSAT, high GPA. So that's the game. And, Kinsey came in saying, I understand the basics, but that is a basic that the reason why they give scholarships is for LSAT and GPA. They don't give scholarships for other reasons. Is that all?
That's it. Good luck.
Thank you, Kinsey.
Yeah.
Good luck. Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.